So yesterday was a little bit different. We were on a tour with some people from our hostel, so we didn't really talk to the camera very much. Today it's back to the normal style.
Yeah.
Going to see some things in Belém. Yeah. No, that's okay, thanks. So, it's our last day in Lisbon. Today we're going to Belém, and maybe we'll have a pastry from there, but we're not sure. Cause
we like the ones here better, the de nata, rather than the Belém.
Yeah, we had them yesterday at the end of a tour.
They were good. They were good. Creamy, very, very custardy.
Yeah, they tasted more like egg, and the dough was thicker.
Yeah. Yeah, the other ones were a little flakier, more like a phyllo dough, and they're just yummy. They were just like the right amount of sweetness. It seemed like just the right amount. The other one felt a little thick and stuff. It was good, but I wouldn't go all the way there for a pastry that costs more.
I'll have to wait in line an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, although it was pretty amazing that this place, that's all they do basically is these pastries, and they had seating for 400 people. Yeah. And they're full all the time, and they wait in lines.
An average of 23,000 of them per day.
That's right.
And 40,000 in the height of summer.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
We were there at like 7:30 at night, and we didn't have to wait. We got a table and everything.
True.
But
it was still busy though. I was surprised how many people were still there for their pastries.
And they were still making them in sheets of 60.
They had a big window wall that you could walk up and you'd see them carrying out in their hot pads and putting these down on like marble counters or something.
Any other thoughts besides it's our last day?
Oh, it's a very pretty city, and I'm glad I came, but I think a week was about right for me. I'm ready to go to the beaches in the next place and just chill and not feel like I have to go do something every day. Like, oh, there's this to see and there's that to see and there's that. This is just like more mellow. The town is like 30,000 people. We also need some sleep and some privacy because we don't get much of that a lot of times in hostels. And so we have a private room and an Airbnb, and it's like a 5-minute walk to the beach and a 5-minute walk to the next places you want to go, you know, whatever, tourist sites, whatever, restaurants, bars. And so I'm like, I'm ready for that. But I like Lisbon. It's very pretty.
It's beautiful. I'm not really in love with it the way some people are, but, and I don't mean some people meaning her, because she isn't either. Yeah. But it is really beautiful.
It is. It does remind me a lot of San Francisco, and it's easy to get around, really. Especially, you know, you can walk, you can get a tram. I do recommend getting these little white cards that cost 50 euros at the train station.
Whoa, no, 50 euro cents.
Oh, 50 euro cents, yeah, sorry. They're inexpensive, and they're loadable. They're just like an Oyster card in London, and they're used on the metro, and the metros are nice and easy and fast and clean, I think. And like, we spent, it was like 2 euros to get from the airport into town to get off like a 2-block walk to our hostel, where other people were like, oh, I got such a deal, we took a Uber, it only cost us 10 euros. Like, we only spent 2 on public transit. We were there really fast and it was easy. So I would say check out public transportation, and if you want to do a tram thing, don't do the touristy ones, do the yellow ones. There's the number 28, which is a fun ride around through the town.
It's a long line for that one too. Yeah, we got there early and we still waited like 40 minutes.
Yeah, we got there at the end of the early. We're like, go like 7, between maybe 7 and 9. Probably
or late at night, if you want to see the city at night.
Yeah, and early evening, it would be cool. 7:30 at night is not early. I mean, it's not late enough. There's still a lot of people waiting, so yeah, it'd be after that. But this town stays up all night long, it seems like.
And the card she mentioned before is good on the buses, the trains, the trams, and the ferries. So
yeah, we used it on the ferry. That was fun. Ferry's good. Take the ferry over to look at the Christ the Redeemer and to see the view from over there. It's just fun. And take a bus if you don't want to die walking up the hill. Yeah, take public transportation again up the bus. Take the bus up the hill.
Someone we knew walked.
Yeah, they were tired by the time they got up there.
I don't know if I'd really recommend it. Like, if you only have a couple days in Lisbon, going over there is not really worth it. But if you had 7 full days like we have, just doing like one thing a day, it's alright.
Yeah, I mean, it was just fun to see the view, and I liked going on the ferry, but it's not like, oh, you have to do that or you're really missing something fabulous. It's not that kind of a thing. It's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I would recommend taking Tram 28, maybe on the first day.
Yeah,
then
probably.
You get
get
nice
acclimated.
view around
Walking,
town.
I think those free walking tours by Wild Walkers,
Yeah.
they're really good, especially if you get Marco. He's funny and he knows what he's talking about. And you can ask him about anything, history or art or whatever. He's like, oh, well, that's blah, 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 where other people are like, I'm not really sure. Anyway, so he's really good. And there was something else I was going to say. Oh, if you do take the ferry over the other side and you do take the bus up, ask for a round trip ticket.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. I made the mistake of just saying singles and it was like twice the cost. So it's better to get a round trip.
Oh, it was like 50% more.
Oh.
We paid €3 each instead of €2 each.
Anyway.
Well, what else would you recommend to people with a few days in Lisbon? The walking tour to the Alfama. Going to Bairro Alto is not as interesting.
True.
Try the Pastéis, the nata.
That was good. And get the if you like liqueur at all, get the cherry liqueur that's called Ginja. And get it in the chocolate cup, which is down.
There's a place.
Down here
We're
where
going
we are.
to it right now,
A
so
main
you can
square.
see it on
It's
the
a
video.
big socolo with the only thing in there. It's like nothing there. A socolo is a square, like in Mexico or probably in Spain too.
They're called process.
Center,
here.
whatever. Anyhow, and it's got a big statue in there with a guy with an elephant on the side, and that's the right square. And you want to like go. If you're facing that, you go off to the corner. To your far right corner, up and to the right. Anyway, and it's just a little kiosk, and that's where they have the chocolate cups, and they fill it twice, so don't eat it on the first time. And it's tasty.
Eat it the second time.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, just walk around, enjoy the views, enjoy how pretty everything is, the painted colors, the tiles on all the buildings, and the ground.
Exactly.
Like this isn't one of the most interesting ones, but a lot of streets are paved with tile or interesting stones, patterns.
I think that's one of the things I like the best about it is that the climate is really nice, and I just like walking around and looking at the buildings and looking at the art. And I think a lot of people here are just like in this, the tourists who are here, they're just kind of like in this, let's rush through everything mode. And so I'm still stopping and looking at some cool detail in some, you know, something on a wall, and other people are like 2 blocks ahead of me. So I would just slow down, just enjoy the city itself, and not so much, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, or this is the best thing to do. I don't know, just take it easy.
I would recommend going to Fado. Not everyone had a good time with that. But I would recommend that. Sintra too. Sintra is pretty cool. Although we only went to one palace really. And it was a little quick.
Yeah.
You could definitely spend more time than we spent there. As you'll probably be able to tell in the video that we shot yesterday. That'll come out before this one. I don't know how it'll look actually. We didn't say anything to the camera pretty much. It
was kind of a funny paced tour. It was interesting. We went a lot of places that are
really beautiful.
Beautiful, and it's better to get there by car.
And we wouldn't have known about them or gone there
without
that tour. So that's really cool.
So that was good. It was just a little bit like the part that you really kind of want to slow down on and like take pictures of because it was interesting architecture.
It was too fast.
It was too fast. It was like go, go, go. And then this part with a lot of uphill hiking for me, being out of shape compared to all the 20-year-olds I was with, that was a little tough on me. If we could have slowed the pace a little bit, I would have enjoyed it more, because then later on we had lunch, which was super good. Oh my god, it was really good. And then we stopped at like beautiful lookout places, and we spent uneven paced time there. It would have been nicer to slow down a little bit when we were looking at the art and architecture, palace kind of stuff, and then, you know, then it would have been a better pace. But it was interesting, and I'm glad I did it. And like I said, we wouldn't have done it otherwise, so I'm glad I took the tour.
Well, we've been talking to the camera for like 10 minutes.
I think some of this is probably going to get cut, huh?
Oh yeah, all of it.
I can't think of anything else I want to elaborate on.
Yeah, me either. Okay.
Ciao.
Change of plan. We're not going to Belém after all. Neither of us can be bothered, really. We were there yesterday. We saw everything from a distance. And just tired. So this probably concludes our videos in Lisbon. See ya in the Algarve. Are you wearing your sunglasses? Yeah, okay.
I am.
So that means we can look at the screen and no one will know.
Ah, true.
Or we can look down the barrel. Try.